Hello guys, welcome to Suffolk and welcome to Herringfleet Mill. Not quite like the picture that I've seen of it on many occasions, and because of this picture that I'll put here, I have wanted to come and photograph this for a long time. I spoke to Andrew Banner about the mill, and he did warn me that it is in a state of repair, and he wasn't fibbing obviously, but all the same it's going to look fantastic. Sun is over here currently. I don't know if we can see it in here, but it's around here somewhere, and it's going to set, I think, in front of the mill, maybe just a little bit on this side of it. But I'm hoping that we get some good photographs of sunset with Herringfleet Mill. So yeah, I've come down now because I want to take a couple of photographs of it now. I'm doing that with like a tourist camera. You know, knock it as you want. It's called the Nikon 1. Knock it if you want. It does take some pretty good images. They're not very, you couldn't really get a print from or anything, but I just wanted to have a look what it looked like from within the camera with that one first before I bring the lump of weight down with me. Yeah, so I'm going to get the drone up now. I'll share a couple of the images that I've took, a little bit of the drone footage, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Thank you for being with me once again. I'm always grateful for your support. Thank you. I am a little bit further back than where I was earlier, and you can see the dress difference already. I'm wearing a top. It's absolutely baking hot, and I'm wearing this thing. The reason, there are millions of bugs. I actually have a face net at home, not at home, in the van, and I'm beginning to wish I brought that. There are millions of the damn things, and they're just swarming around me, but that's because we have all this wet ground behind me, in front of me, whichever way I'm facing, and just over there in front of there you can see the mill. And I've stopped here because I'm going to be able to see the sunset behind the mill. I think it's to the right of the mill, not quite central, and that's the photograph I want. I also want to get the drone up during sunset and just leave it hovering and filming sunset, and I want to do it at such an angle that the sun is setting behind the mill. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, if I'm honest, but we're going to certainly give it a go. We have about an hour and a half to go until sunset, so this could be agony, and I can see myself having to go back to the van for this face mask. But yeah, so I've already taken a shot, and I'm doing it. I did it at ISO 64 f14, 250th of a second. There it is again. Yeah, and I've done it because I want to see the water in the shot, and then it take us all the way up to the mill. I've done this one in landscape. I'm going to do one in portrait. I'll share both. We have got a tint of red in the sky. This isn't picking it, to be fair. It's very blue here, but that on that side, I don't know if you can see it, is a bit red over there. Not massively, it has to be said, but hopefully it will go really red when the sunset, and that will look fantastic. Yeah, so I'm not as close as I was hoping I would be, to be fair. If I go around and follow the track round, I would be standing next to the mill. As the sun goes down, maybe I'll move more round, so then I'm following the sun as it sets to the right. But we will see. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, I'll share these two photographs. Well, then everything suddenly changed. So the sun was setting really, really nice. Not a cloud in the sky. And then this rather large batch of cloud appeared. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and show you a bit of B-roll of that. But yeah, this rather large bit of cloud appeared, and it's covered the sun. But we're getting some really nice colours on the right hand side. What I wanted, you can never get what you want, do you? What I wanted was the sun above the mill with this marsh leading the way. I have got one, but I really don't know how good it is. But I had to do it from a little bit more to my right, so I think the marsh is a bit too far to the left. I don't know, it might look all right. In the camera it looks okay, but it isn't quite what I wanted. But I sort of got what I wanted, I suppose. The idea now is to follow it around, but the sun isn't there anymore. So now we're just waiting for the sky to turn red, hopefully. So I don't know if you can see, look, it's just touching like pinks. But yeah, I don't know what I've done there. Okay, so let's go like that. I don't know what I did there. So yeah, I'm loving this like marshland here, but these bugs, geez, I don't know if you can see them on this, but there are absolutely millions of the things. And they're getting worse as the sun goes down. They're getting worse, but they've not touched me yet. That's why I put this on, to keep them off my skin. Right, okay, so I'll share a couple of these. Yeah, the sky's getting really nice now. Even behind me, the sky's getting nice, but that over there is improving by the minute, really. I don't know if I'm going the right way. Am I going the right way? I've had the drone up. I've had it really low above this marshland. I've had it above the river. I don't know if it's a canal or a river. I know there's a river close by, but that's probably a canal, to be fair. I've had it low to that, photographing across from here. I've had it high up, done a couple down. They look okay. Not brilliant, they look okay. But the drone photographs I'll share now, not all of them. I like to now just share a couple of photographs as we're doing this, but then share the photographs at the end with a bit of music that I think sort of goes with it. I'd like you to know if you like that. I'd like you to tell me, sorry, if you like that, or if you would just rather have the photographs as I talk gibberish. I just prefer to show a couple now, a couple more later, and then all of the photographs at the end with some music. Okay, that looks lovely. There's this weed, this white weed here. I think it's called cow or something. I'm not sure, but this stuff, can you see this stuff? All right, so yeah, I've got some of that. So it's like covering the bottom third really in like a diamond shape, and it's pointing towards the mill. That's how my brain sees it anyway. And I like that, especially with the sky as it is as well. It's sort of going orange and pinks, whatever. Looks really nice. I'll share that one. I've done it as 2 photographs, and I've stacked it. So I've done one, so it's just the weeds, and then I've done the mill afterwards as well, so that we've got the sky as well. I think that'll be a really nice photograph. Okay, yeah, the lights dropped quite a lot now, but we're getting these gorgeous tints of pink on the right hand side. So I've changed to the 14mm lens. I put that on so I can get the mill on the sort of the left hand third with these gorgeous skies on the right hand side. So yeah, that looked nice, especially with the water in the foreground as well. I'm hoping the water catches some of the colours in the sky. The water looks, I don't know, nice. All right, I'll share some of these. I've gone back to the 24 to 70mm lens. The 14 to 24mm was far too wide. The mill was tiny in the photographs. Although I've captured that glorious sky, the mill looks minuscule, and I didn't like it. So I've took a couple in landscape, one I think in portrait. I'll share those with you now. What I did as well was I took a couple of photographs with the 1 to 400mm because the cloud behind the mill went, I don't know if it was a dark grey or a black, but the mill really stood out with that. There was a little streak of gold, but yeah, it looked really good in my opinion. So I'll share those with you. Sorry, this thing is not tracking me, is it? I think it's because of the light. But if you look behind me now, you can see, oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, I don't know what that is, but there we go. You can see the sky is starting to kick off. So yeah, it's getting dark, but it's starting to kick off. So let me see what happens. I'll come back to you in a minute. I'll share a couple of those photographs with you. Remember, only a couple, the rest will be at the end with some music, okay? So yeah, I'll share a couple of those now. I wanted to follow the track round with the bike. What I found was I have to put everything back in the bag to enable me to ride the bike. So that doesn't really work. I need to think about that. What I have noticed here, there's some like mist or steam coming off the ground. That will, if that kicks off all over the place, that will be really good. Like I was saying before, it's been 32 degrees Celsius, so there will be a considerable amount of heat still stored within the ground, and the moisture is going to start to rise. So that looks really good. Hopefully it spreads. Okay, I'll share some of this. I'll share some of those photographs. Before I set off here, I set up a time lapse from the side of the quay, looking down the river this way, and a couple of boats passed, and that was about it really. And then I turned the camera around where there's the bridge, and the gate opened and closed. So I don't know if anybody's seen that before. I thought it was pretty good. Boat went through it, gate closed again, job done. Tomorrow morning, that is at sunrise is at 4 o'clock, I think it is, tomorrow morning. So I'm up at 3, get myself down here, get myself all set up, and then wait. For tonight we are done. Nothing spectacular, I know, nothing fantastic. I do like the photograph with this weed. I like the photograph where the sun was above the mill. I'm hoping that it worked. And the colour in the sky, but nothing has been fantastic. Let's be honest. Yeah, I look forward to tomorrow morning. I'll see you all then. So yeah, see you in about 5 seconds. Cheers. Speak to you later. Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. It is 10 to 4 in the morning. Sunrise is at 4:30, so I've got 40 minutes till sunrise, but that's when it's fully up. It's going to come up around about here somewhere, which is slightly to the right of the mill. And to enable me to photograph that, I've obviously stuck the wide angle lens. So I'm 14 to 24 mil lens. I'm at 14 mil. That's got the mill on the right hand side, and then hopefully we'll catch the sun rising around about where that taller tree is, or around about here somewhere. I'm not quite sure where it's rising, but it's around about there somewhere. I've just taken a shot because the crescent moon is up. Sorry, I keep spinning you around, I make you all dizzy, but he's up there somewhere. Top right hand corner of the photograph with the mill on the left hand side. Unfortunately, the mill is surrounded by this scaffolding, so it looks a bit of a mess, but yeah, that'd be quite nice. Be nice if they ever did this up, you know. Looks like the framing's there to keep it up, but yeah. Okay, so the idea this morning is obviously photographs with the 14 mil, and then I'm going to get the drone up as well. We've got loads of mist that's coming. You can just see it around here because it's warming up. All that moisture from the ground is now starting to rise. As it gets hotter, more of it will come up. Yeah, that'll look really nice in a photograph, and I'll photograph that with the drone, which I've got around my waist currently. So yeah, okay, so thanks for joining me. I'm looking forward to this. All right, so I know this looks absolutely ridiculous, but the bugs are out, and there are masses of them, and they've already been chewing at me last night. They started chewing on the side of my face just now, so I stuck the bug nettle. Yeah, look at the sky. Doesn't she look great? Yeah, okay. So it is 4:45. The sun is up. However, it's still behind the trees, so we're still not getting a sunrise photograph. I've had the drone up again though. Just over here, the water looks fantastic from the drone. So I took it up, I got it as far away as I could, so I could still see the thing. Got it as low as I could, so it didn't go into the water. And I got I think, a really good shot of the water directly in line with the mill. If that has worked, I'll share that one now. And I've got some other photographs as well. I tried to get the drone up to see if I could, get the sun in the shot, but it's still not in the shot, so that didn't work. So I may have used all the batteries up for the drone. I don't think I have, but I might have. I'm not going to get a lot of airtime anyway. But the drone is switched off now. I'm trying to save as much battery as I can. Ooh. And yeah, we wait. It's going to be about, I think, 5:15 before I see the sun above the tree line. So there we go. I thought I'd be on my way home by now. I've hardly vlogged. In fact, I've not vlogged since the sun come up. It started to come up, I don't know, 3 minutes ago. And look, it's up. It's well and truly up. I've got the drone out. She's over there videoing. I don't think it's going to be any good, to be fair. I just put it up there for about the last 2-3 minutes just to see if I could capture that sunrise. Photograph wise, I did a few again with the drone, and I've been doing a few with this. I'm at ISO 64 f16. That's because I want to try and get everything in focus. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, the mist on the grass, I don't know if you can see it there, looks really nice. I don't know, I mean, I know the dynamic range on the Z8 is fantastic, but I don't know if it's going to capture that with this bright sunlight. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna, so if I do it like that, it might work. I've done one, so I've taken one of the mist and then one of the mill itself, so we can blend the two together and hopefully we can capture that. But the battery's just about gone on that thing, so I'm going to bring her back, put her back in her bag. I think we've done enough with the drone, and then we're just going to do a little bit more with the Z8. Thank you ever so much for watching yet again. My apologies for the lack of vlogging this morning, but I hope you enjoy the photographs. Remember what I said, I'm going to share them all at the end with a bit of music. Let me know what you think about that, if you're happy with that. And yeah, if there's anything else you think that would improve the vlogging, let me know as well. Probably another personality, but there we go. Anyway, all right, thanks very much, guys. See you next time. Cheers.